You know what? We're not even going to go with the theme music. We're not even going to go with the recaps or any of that theatrics. Because I honestly do not know what I just watched for the last 2.5 hours. Not even the last 2.5 hours. The final 10 minutes of this basketball game. Because, ladies and gentlemen, just when you think it can't get any worse for this New York Knicks team, they go into Portland, the last game of the road trip, against a G League Portland Trailblazer team. Respect to Anthony Simons, absolute killer. Dominating this team for 3 quarters. Leading by as much as 23 points. A 15-point lead going into the 4th. And this team would end up suffering its worst loss of the season with a complete meltdown. Bench can't hold it down. Portland is climbing. It's a 15-point lead. They cut it to 10. 9:50 left in the game. Tibbs goes all starters. These starters got about 5 minutes worth of rest. You had Josh Hart cooking. Simons didn't even get in the game at that point, bro. And from that moment on, over the next 5 minutes, the lead was gone. And the game was pretty much over. Momentum gone. Simons running roughshod all over the place. Knicks settling for one-on-one terrible shots. I'm talking about 35-footers from Fournier, who didn't have it going all night. Terrible three-pointers from your point guard, Kemba Walker, who had a great third. A complete, total team effort, collapse, meltdown, choke job.
In the words of Stephen A. Smith, we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, flat out deceived. This team came in here and was giving us great basketball for 3 quarters. And then all in the 4th, they decided to unwind and go from team basketball, driving in the paint, finding the open shooter on the perimeter, creating for one another, to then ISO basketball that has been plaguing this team game in and game out. Every time they win, we see good basketball. We see good team basketball. But for most of these losses, they keep going back to just going one-on-one. I don't know what switch is in these guys' brains that they just say, "Oh, we're struggling now. We got to go back to just taking our man one-on-one." It makes absolutely no sense. It's gross, man. It's gross. Because we see it's like the same culprits all the time. I'm like, yeah, they are gassed, but Tibbs got to stagger these minutes. What really sucks is that we lost Mitchell Robinson, so we lost that rim protection. As you said, Jericho Sims came in. Then Cam, who was giving us something in this game, right? He's offering us a different dimension, being able to attack off the dribble, get into the lane with ease, get to the rim with ease. We then lose him, so then that second unit starts to struggle even more. You can put it towards like injuries like that happen and like, at key moments throughout the game, but the team like itself, like, throw something else out there. Throw Obi out there. I know he didn't have it going, but throw something else. Put Randall at the 5. He's strong enough, if you want to do that, to go against Nurkic, not Taj. Somebody else. Give him a different dimension. Go out there, guns blazing, and start running, because the defense is just not there at that point if you lose Mitchell Robinson. Tibbs got to figure out, man. He has to adjust. JD always says it, template coaching. Like, we know when he gets down to the 4th quarter, sure, he can change it up, but you can't just run out with the same guys who are all gassed.
Listen, usually I get really pissed off. I get upset at these losses. Mm-hmm. But tonight I'm feeling a lot different. I feel empty inside, mm-hmm. which is something I haven't really felt this season. Mm-hmm. It's such a frustrating loss. Mitch with his ankle, Cam ended up catching an ankle injury as well. Couldn't come back into the game. Tibbs, man, I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't know why he's waiting so long to make adjustments. Even timeouts, even simple timeouts that he could call, to try to kill some momentum. He's not calling them. He's letting these guys try to play through stuff when he really shouldn't. When you're losing a 23-point lead, instead of letting these guys play through it and trying to figure it out, how about calling a timeout and trying to regroup everybody and try to get the troops rallied up together and say, hey, try to do something different out there, try to move the ball more, move yourselves, try to cut to the basket or something. I know there's no point guard out there because to me, Kemba is more of a pass, more of a score first type of guard. And IQ, I don't know where IQ is. IQ is looking like he might need some G League time to keep it real. Like 100%. Like, I don't know where his head is at. But try to do something different. The ISOs are not working late in the game. Just try something else, man. Like,
I think Tibbs is super rigid. A lot of these games you see coaches pull their superstars early and stagger one. So if one player ain't on the court, the other one is. Tibbs is pulling first five. He's pulling 5 and 5 like high school, bro. You can't do that, man. It's the NBA. You got to keep the pressure on teams, man.
Yeah.
You got to have your guy out there at least, you know what I'm saying, at least half the game, man. So it's more bad coaching by Tibbs. I love Cam, man. I think Cam's one of my favorite Knicks in a long time. Not only does he get to the basket, he cuts to create shots for people. I've seen him cut and get the ball and pass to, I think, Burks or Fournier for a three. Mm-hmm. Really smart player, man. Coach K player. If y'all like Cam and RJ, man, you can't forget, like, they pay for Coach K, man. You got some high pedigree wings on the team. You got to focus on them. No more Burks and Fournier, bro. We wasting our time. We wasting games. We wasting everything with Tibbs, man. Tibbs got to go, my brother. Your man Quick can't get to the paint. Quick is literally dribbling around in circles. He's afraid of the paint. He makes terrible decisions. Horrible. You know what I'm saying? I seen him pass up a million threes wide open because I seen him pass Obi to Rock because Obi is his man, bro. Look off Cam and pass Obi to Rock. He did that tonight, bro. Mm-hmm. He does that, trying to get Obi in check. Like, come on, man. And the last thing is that when it was up, they was down by 1, and Randall caught the ISO at top of the key instead of running the play. Tom Thibodeau has no playbook, bro. The Blazers was running around, y'all, and the best solution you had was a Randall ISO at the top of the key. Inexcusable for an NBA coach. Yeah. Tanking is part of the NBA. We need talent bad. It's part of the business. Nobody wants to see L's. We done seen L's for years. I've seen L's since '94. But I want to see a championship, and we need talent, and we need a comparable coach to come out here and coach and run an offensive system. We need a pick bag. We need Ivy, Chet. We need somebody in here that's going to come change this franchise for good.
Impact player.
Tanking is part of the NBA business. Yeah, we need an impact player. We can't be playing with our lives like that. We getting older and older. You know, we going into our 40s, CP, and we can't see a winner. Like, come on, we need a player, man.